Our second speaker is the former president of MD Anderson Cancer Center and has gained international recognition for basic and translational research in cancer, aging, and age-associated degenerative disorders. In 2012, he was inducted into the National Academy of Sciences. Prior to joining MD Anderson, he spent 14 years at Dana-Farber Cancer Institute, where he was the founding director of the Belford Institute for Applied Cancer Science. He was also a genetics professor and an American Cancer Society research professor at Harvard Medical School in Boston. His illustrious career also includes numerous faculty positions during his 10 years at Albert Einstein College of Medicine in New York. Please help me welcome to the stage Dr. Ronald DePinho.
Hello, Houston! Science! Now, like Huda, I came from another country called the Bronx. My parents were uneducated immigrants that came to this country because it stood for something much greater than themselves. Science is an extremely important part of the American dream, and that dream is at risk unless we speak up. I'm here as Vice Chair of ACT for NIH. This is an organization that was brought together by a board member at MD Anderson, Jed Manicherian, who has galvanized the community to ensure that we have increased support for the NIH. It was largely responsible for the 2016 $2 billion increase, and I have some very important news with the 2017 budget, which will come through in April 28th. But first, I want to make a couple of important points. In cancer, the last decade has witnessed a true revolution. Our ability to manage and cure patients is extraordinary, and the roots of those advances are found in basic science. Just a few days ago, Jim Allison was recognized as one of Time's most 100 influential individuals. Like Huda, he won the Breakthrough Prize. His work in immunotherapy was NIH supported. He wanted to understand how the immune system worked. He wanted to use that knowledge to see if he could reawaken the immune system to fight cancer. Well, the rest is history. We have now a whole new class of drugs, 15 FDA approvals in recent years. President Jimmy Carter, who I was just with at the inauguration, is alive and well. He had metastatic melanoma, metastatic to his brain, and he is now cured as a result of investments in basic science. The Human Genome Project, which was launched by President Bush 41. What an incredible leader. President Bush's investment of $3.8 billion has since yielded $1 trillion in economic return and is reducing pain and suffering across many different diseases. All of that is at risk. Science, we have a big debate ongoing about how to optimize our healthcare system. But the only real answer to the diseases that we face in the coming century is science. Today, we do not understand enough about Alzheimer's. Alzheimer's by 2050 will cost this nation alone $1 trillion in today's dollars, twice of what we spend in defense. We need to invest in the science that bends the arc of that disease. We also need to remain competitive with the rest of the world. China already outpaces the United States in genomics, $9 billion in genome science. They already outpace us in supercomputing. Now, as you know, the Trump administration has suggested for 2018 a 20% decline in NIH funding. That will not happen. But I have some very good news. We just secured 220 signatures from Congress for the 2017 budget, which offers another $2 billion in NIH support. That's a 6% increase. The decision for that will come April 28th. So listen carefully. Your voice matters. You must speak up now. And there are 3 people that you need to contact between now and April 28th. And they are our champions, but they need your support. Roy Blunt, who is head of appropriations for NIH in the Senate. Patty Murray, the ranking member. Roy Blunt and Patty Murray. And on the House side, Tom Cole, who is head of appropriations that also governs NIH support. Roy Blunt, Patty Murray, Tom Cole, they need to hear from you, and they need to hear from you this week. And I believe that if we're successful, we're going to get the 2017 budget. Now, with respect to the 2018 budget, that will not happen. Our supporters in Congress are strong, but they need to hear from you. They need to understand that this is a priority because there are many good programs throughout the United States, but they need to make decisions. If they give more money to the NIH, it means less money for other programs that are also worthy. But nothing is more impactful. History has taught us over the last century that science drives economic return. It helps to reduce pain and suffering. Amazing progress against the scourge of disease is possible, but only if the president and congressional leaders come together and invest in American research, which leads the world. These investments will save lives, create jobs, protect our national security, and ensure that America continues to lead the world in scientific discovery. Go America!